out early.
You're not going to sing it, are you?
Shh. How to open doors with just a smile.
Here comes the third line. This is Manchester City.
This is the killer line. A rich old man.
There you go. Right, now then, listen, I make no apologies for playing Line Eyes by the Eagles. To me, this is symbolic of Manchester City.
Well, the words are very opposite, aren't they?
Thank you very much indeed. The first word in the song Line Eyes, one of the greatest hits of all time, by one of the greatest groups of all time, is City, right?
City Girls.
It says, City Girls just seem to find out early how to open doors with just a smile. A rich old man and she won't have to worry.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, if you take Manchester City as, you know, a female entity,
yes,
right, you know, something that's to be
dressed
loved,
up all in lace,
yes, something to be loved, something to be cherished, something to be nurtured, then this song was written in advance about Manchester City. She'll dress up all in lace and go in style. Late at night, a big old house gets lonely. Yeah. And that's what Easton's is going to be if Manchester City don't start winning.
Maybe you're not as daft as you look.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Mike, for making that.
It's almost a visionary choice of music.
Well, and then we get down to where, and it breaks her heart to think that her love is only given to a man with hands as cold as ice.
Yeah, that's the bit I still don't get.
Well,
who's the man with the hands as cold as ice?
It's the
Sheikh Mansour.
Yes, it's the Middle East family. They have got, when it comes to Manchester City, they've got hands as cold as ice. Now, let me tell you about.
Move into different music. They play foreign.
No. Let me tell you.
As cold as ice.
Let me tell you about Everton, which of course I would. That is owned by a man who loves that club, Bill Kenwright. Well, he doesn't own it, but he's a major shareholder and he's the chairman.
What are his hands like?
Well, I don't know. I've never felt Mr. Kenwright's hands.
Haven't you?
Steve Morgan, right, who owns Wolverhampton Wanderers, is passionate about the club now. You know what I mean? It didn't buy as a business investment. He bought it because he wanted something to love.
Yeah.
Okay? People have to love football clubs. If you don't love a football club, it won't be there. Mr. Abramovich, who owns Chelsea, is a perfect example of a man who had both the wealth and the power to buy the club, but loved it and still loves it.
Well, he's out every game, isn't he?
Absolutely.
I mean, we saw him the other night.
Absolutely.
At Stamford Bridge. I mean, he just looks like he's on the edge of his seat all through the game, and he doesn't look happy when they lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sheikh Mansour doesn't look like he knows the game when they're winning or losing. He's always just sitting there looking wealthy.
Mike, to Sheikh Mansour, with the greatest respect to the man who's powerful and influential and good at his business, it's a bauble, like a lot of other baubles that they've got because they've got so much money.
Yeah.
Whereas a football club has to be something you passionately love, because if you love it, your manager will love it, your players will love it, they'll love you, and it trickles down from the boardroom right onto the pitch. Let's go.
I think the biggest problem, one of the biggest problems they've got at the moment as well, is in the absence of Tevez, who's obviously gone home to sort out some things back home in Argentina. They seem to have just fallen apart. And I don't mind people from City getting very worked up and opposing your views and saying what you're saying is idiotic. But I've got a text here from a bloke called Daz, who calls himself a City fan, right? He says, Parry, listen to this, right? Go on. I'm going to enjoy kicking your face in when I hear you're in Manchester.
It's a bit harsh.
Now, the problem with doing that, Daz, is one, you've sent it on your mobile phone. Two, that is technically an offence. And it's a threat. So we'll be passing that one on to the authorities.
No, we won't, Mike.
Yeah, we will.
No, we won't. No. Daz is a football fan. He gets worked up about his club.
Well, why is he threatening you?
I bet you if I met Daz in Manchester, he's more likely to buy me a pint than kick my face in.
Kick your face in.
I don't think he will. I think
very poisonous.
I want football fans to be passionate about their clubs.
Poisonous and bitter. I don't want violence. I do not want violence. No, I don't want violence.
But I think he'll feel as frustrated as a lot of other City fans that they've got all the money in the world, but there's no direction as to where they're spending it.
He's probably embarrassed.
They're owned by men with hands as cold as ice. Let's go back to the lines. You know the number, 08717 223344, text 81089, email by the website talksport.co.uk/Parry and Graham, and
you can follow us at Twitter. Sorry, no you can't. You can follow us at Parry and Graham on Twitter.
Thank you very much indeed. Exactly. Right, let's go straight back to the lines. Let's go to Merstham in Surrey and talk to Nick. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Mike, alright?
Yeah, very good indeed, mate. Yeah, go on, tell us.
Yeah, just I'm a City fan, obviously. Just wanted to say to you, mate, there's only one thing worse than being talked about, isn't there?
I don't know, is there?
Yeah.
Well, not being talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when you
there's no one talking about Everton, and that's basically the root cause of your problem, isn't it?
No, I've got a problem, mate. I've got a problem.
You've got your problem is bitterness and jealousy.
No, not. Can I tell you this, Nick? Will you enjoy being talked about on Sunday evening when you get beaten by West Bromwich Albion?
Well, let's just see if that's true, shall we?
Will you enjoy being talked about next Thursday morning when you've been beaten 3-0 by Manchester United?
Well, that's exactly the crux of all this. You're doing Ferguson's dirty word for you.
Why would I want to do that? Why do I want to do that?
You're trying to destabilise the club when you know who we've got next week.
destabilise the club.
Well, you've just lost 3 games in a row, right? Which resulted...
One game, you could talk just one game.
You just lost 3. What? Have you got an abacus there, Nick? You've lost 3 in a row. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Arsenal, and now Poznan.
The Arsenal game, they had 10 men.
Yeah, but you lost the game. Well, how many points did you get?
Yeah.
None.
Right, that's a loss then, right?
Yeah, it seems like a loss to me.
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah.
What happened there?
That's the one.
Yeah.
So that's the only game you've lost out of the 3. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Top of the group in the Europa League. Easy.
Yeah.
Going through, no problems there.
Nick, listen, mate, I don't want you to get upset, but let me ask you this question. If you're such a big Manchester City fan, why on earth do you live in Surrey? What kind of a fan are you?
To work.
Sorry?
To work.
To work.
That's not fair. He gets to work where he works. That's not fair.
Well, you know...
You're bitter and you're jealous, and that's the root cause of all this.
What am I jealous of, Nick?
Nobody's talking about Everton.
No, we don't have to, because we keep beating teams. You know, we've got 10 points out of the last 12.
And you'll be an also run at the end of the season.
That's really harsh language, that. I mean, you know, it's...
There's no need to turn this into a personal thing, but Nick, I think you should be able to live wherever you like. I mean, Porky doesn't live near Goodison, does he?
No, but it doesn't matter. The point...
Jealousy, it's the green-eyed monster, full stop.
No, Nick, listen, mate, go away and have a cup of tea and a digestive biscuit and calm down, okay? Because
you stop being jealous.
No, your blood pressure's getting on top of you. Listen, mate, thank you for calling. It's always great to hear from Manchester City fans who live in Surrey, just to prove that it's not just Manchester United fans who live in Surrey.
Very true.
Let's go to
But I think rather unfair on your...